The Adventures of Robin Hood was one of my favorite movies growing up as a child. He's one of the characters I dress up as, along with Davy Crockett and a bunch of other guys. But I haven't seen this movie in about 4 years, I'm not sure, but we just saw it about a week ago again, and this is our review for it. So, watching it again, I've learned a lot about film since the last time I saw it. The only thing that stuck out to me that I hadn't really noticed before was that it's a really fast moving film from beginning to end. Just kind of one kind of action set piece sort of after another almost. But it was really enjoyable for me again. Just the colors in this film, it's very vibrant. The set design and costume design, really well done. Errol Flynn's portrayal, it's at times maybe slightly over the top with the laughing and such, but I think it was just the acting style at the time and for this type of film. And I look at the film, because there isn't there's not a ton of character development other than Marion, and her character development felt kind of forced. But I look at the film as sort of like a legend, and it's not supposed to be ultra realistic in any way. So looking at it from that perspective, I think it's almost perfect. The action, even comparing it to modern action movies, it's very well done. The fight scene at the end is one of my favorite fight scenes in general in a movie. Very well done, very fast paced. I liked they use a lot of wide shots, and then when they're trying to convey emotion, they do the close-ups, but the close-ups aren't done constantly. And that's something that you see in a lot of movies now. It's just a ton of close-ups, and especially with American movies. Not as much foreign, especially Asian action films. But it's a really good fight scene, a very good sword fight. I really like the castle. I think the paintings and everything blend really well. There's nothing extremely obvious like, wow, that's really fake looking. And to me, it's sort of smaller. Like when I was little, it felt a lot bigger, but you can tell it's kind of, there's not too many different sets going on. It's kind of this place, and this place. But it all feels very real. Like when Robin Hood, he cuts the rope and he's going up, going up the rope and jumping off the other side of the wall. It feels really real, and it's because it is. So yeah, this is still one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you said. It is, I think, a little rushed at times. It could maybe use some breathing room, but I think it's pretty close to being perfect. This is, I think, a really good example of an older Hollywood studio film, which isn't really like a work of an auteur where it's like his vision. It's more just like the studio hiring a director and the director doing what he needs to do. I think it's just really well done in a lot of different ways. The acting is really solid. The script is pretty solid. There's a lot of witty banter that I like. The score is, I think, kind of amazing. I think it's one of the best scores from the period.
It is very impressive for the time, anyway. I mean, it's just personal taste. I think I don't tend to like old movies as much. It's just personal taste. But it is a very well-made movie. I was impressed with the action. I don't really love it, but it was very, for the time. I didn't remember it being that fast-paced, which I was surprised and I liked, because I remember it being a really long movie, so I thought going back that I would be bored with it. But it moved on really well. I like that. All the performances are well. No one is really that interesting of a character, but as you guys said, it's more of a legend. It's not supposed to be that realistic, and it's more about the experience of it and not as much about the characters. The score I also really like for its time, for more modern soundtracks, but it is very good for the time. So overall, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
And to me, you compare it to Kevin Conroy's.
Costner.
Kevin
Conroy's Batman.
Yeah, Kevin Costner's Robin Hood, which when I watched it, that felt really dated.
Yeah, it felt like very 90s.
And of course, this feels like an older film, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, this feels like classy in a way that didn't.
Yeah, and something that can't really be replaced by modern film, at least. I don't think, or nothing I've seen. Yeah, and some of the special effects in this movie stuck out to me, and I wasn't even sure how they did it, such as the arrow splitting. I assumed that there must have been a cut between when you see the arrow and then it gets split, but I couldn't really see where they cut it or how they did that. I know you can't actually split an arrow like that in real life, so there must have been some kind of trick photography going on, but it looked really good.
Yeah, and I also like all the scenes where people just get shot with arrows, and it's like they're actually getting shot, like there's a block of wood in their clothes or whatever, I don't know, but it looks like there's a real impact there. It's not just like it cuts and there's some bleeding arrow in them or something. I mean, there's no blood, but I was really impressed by that.
Yeah. So anyways, I'd give this film a 9 out of 10. And I'm detracting a point because it is something I grew up with, so that's often something that influences one's opinion on a film, but I do think it's really solid. So 9 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 9.5, I think.
I'll give it an 8.5. I mean, I do agree with most of the things you're saying. It's just personal taste. I don't enjoy it as much as you guys do. But it is a very good movie.
Alright guys, we'll catch you later. Like, subscribe. We'll probably be doing a Deadpool review as soon as we see it. I saw it once already.